Hi guys, I'm Chandra. We're here to talk about reselling, and I've got another thrift haul for you guys of stuff that I probably shouldn't be buying because I have a whole room full of stuff. My entrepreneurship is out of control. By showing you these things, I'm trying to make myself accountable and getting them listed and getting them on eBay and getting them out of my house. So all those times I go shopping, hopefully there's less sitting in storage in my house. Let's get into it. The first thing I have for you guys is a brand called Jansen. It is vintage. This is probably 70s. The tag looks late 70s, early 80s. I'll look it up on Vintage Fashion Guild, which, by the way, if you don't go there to find out about your vintage items, I'll put a link down below so you can find them. It's just a wealth of resource and knowledge and information, and it's a really great website. Check it out. This is a classic knit V-neck sweater, like a smoking sweater. Oh, it's got a little funkity do on it I didn't see before. It does feel like that will pick right off though, so I'm not super worried about it. It's washable. I'll get it off one way or the other. But it buttons up the front. Long sleeve, lightweight, acrylic. These types of sweaters, not every brand is the same. Jansen is one of the old school originals, and Izod makes some as well. They usually do pretty well. This is it says made in USA. It does not have a size, but I would assume it's probably a men's large. But it's a navy blue, just a decent sweater. Nothing crazy. $25, maybe $30 if I can get the boogers off of it. If not, redonate. You know how I told you last time that I hate selling shoes? Guess what? I bought more shoes. Apparently, I like to torture myself. This is a pair of Vionics. They are like a comfort shoe. These are a sneaker in a gray leather with pink trim and pink laces. I thought it was a good colorway. Vionics usually do pretty well for me, although I have a pair of Vionic flip-flops that have been on for freaking ever, and they have like no interest. I don't know why. They're cute. They're beaded, whatever. Maybe somebody will come along and like them, but they haven't so far. Anywho, these are a women's size 9, and they're just really cute. They were in pretty good condition. I mean, they're a little bit dirty on the bottoms, but nothing that a quick little run over with the Mr. Clean Magic Eraser won't fix, you know? Pretty nice. I like them. It takes everything in me to not keep these. Bam! Oh my goodness. So I have to tell you that Halloween is my absolute favorite holiday. It is the only holiday of the year that every job I've ever had, I have requested off. Even when my kids were little, I still worked Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, Christmas Day, Thanksgiving, all of these holidays, because we can celebrate those on any other day. Halloween has to be celebrated on Halloween because you're counting on the rest of the community to participate, right? You can't trick or treat if there's nobody trick or treating. Like if nobody's passing out candy, then what do? You can't really celebrate Halloween on another day. I love dressing up, helping my kids dress up. I used to make handmade costumes when they were little. I love everything about Halloween. I like some of the spooky movies, not the actual like scary movies. I like the movies that are like campy and fun and silly. That's the type of Halloween I like. I don't like scary, more like fun. Okay? That doesn't mean some of the ones that some people think are scary I don't find fun, because I do, but I have a very unique Halloween appetite. Anywho, I love Halloween. I like almost everything about it. And so not keeping these is really hard for me, but they're too big. They are a women's 13. And I will say, I'm pretty sure these run a little wide. I tried them on. They're a little wide. They're also really big. The size 13 is even too big for me. Didn't think that was a thing, but they're so freaking cute. So cute. And purple is my favorite color. I know we've talked about this before. Purple and Halloween. Oh, these can't be mine because I cannot wear them unless I bunch socks up in the toes. And they are made by Strange Cult. I don't know if you can see that. They have a little bit of wear on the bottom of the shoes, but other than that, like they're in really good condition. There's like a scratch on one toe. I'll put pictures in the listing and everything, but so disappointed they're not my size. When I saw these in the store, you want to know what I did? Eee! And then I went, oh, because they weren't my size. Next, this is just so cute. This is a Hannah Anderson swimsuit for girls. This is a US size 10 Hannah Anderson. Okay, so this brand 10 years ago was super expensive. Anytime I would find it, it would just sell like hotcakes, regardless of condition. I could sell their dresses for $35, $40 a piece. Little kids' clothes, crazy. But now they are sold not only by catalog, but I've also seen them at places like they've paired with Disney. They've paired with Star Wars. They've done a bunch of other things like that. And I'm pretty sure a few years ago, they even had a line at Costco. Now, I don't know if you know this, but once a brand has a line at Costco or Kohl's, they've basically sunk. That doesn't mean that you can't resell some of their things. It just means that they're no longer in high demand. Okay, so this is a very cute swimsuit with the bottoms, you know, the short style surf bottom, and it's rainbow stripe with a sun on it. It's very cute. It will sell. But instead of maybe getting $40, $50 like I used to get years ago, it's probably more like $15 to $20, which is okay for what I paid for it. But know that if you see a brand that has value and it's found at a store like Costco or like Kohl's or Meijer or any of those places, the value will drop. And that's because at that point, they are trying to reach a much broader customer, which means they're dropping their prices. Okay. So for instance, Adidas is now sold at Meijer, which is one of the larger retail grocery stores that's sort of like a Walmart-y grocery store where they've got lots of odds and ends and clothes and things. So Adidas, there are some pieces that are still valuable because there are some things that they sell for a higher price. But not every Adidas is the same. If you buy the Adidas that was sold at Meijer, you're not going to make the high dollar resale on it. Same with Hannah Anderson. You know, the brand in and of itself is now of lower resale value because of being sold at Costco. But there are probably still going to be some pieces that have some value. Okay, let's talk like Spyder, Spyder. That's a outdoor clothing brand. They were very high resale value for a very long time, but they recently also had their brand sold at Costco. They're like sweater knit jackets. So those sweater knit jackets are not worth what they once were. So kind of keeping an eye on what's happening with the brands that you know can help you to figure out, wow, is this a piece that's worth buying or not? Now that swimsuit that I just showed you, that Hannah Anderson swimsuit, it will still sell. It will do decently for what I paid for it. But if it were, you know, one of the outfits that was Hannah Anderson that they had sold at Costco, I wouldn't have picked it up. I would have walked away from it. Only because I know the ones that do have value and the ones that don't. So you kind of need to make sure you know your brands. On the same sort of vibe, you can buy Nike products at Kohl's. You can also buy Nike products at Dick's Sporting Goods. There's a big price difference between those two. You can also buy Nike products at Nike.com. So each one of those places, each one of those items has a different value. you need to know what you're buying. If you are buying one of the lower dollar Nike items, expect for it to sell for $15 to $20. If you are buying one of the higher end Nike products, understand that you could sell it for a couple $100s. So you need to know what's happening with the brands if you're brand focused. Okay? Sorry, small mini lesson there. Let's get back to the haul. This next item. Okay, so this one puzzled me a little bit when I first saw it. It's just a button front shirt, right? Just kind of a cool pattern button front shirt. It's got some silvery toned buttons. Nothing special except for this. Bowie. Bowie? I had to look it up. Sure enough, David Bowie. This person designed clothing with, I'm not 100% sure, with the assist of David Bowie, or at least with David Bowie's permission, to design things that were styled that he would like. I'm just, really? David Bowie. All right. Freaking rock icon. Let's do it. This is a cute shirt. It's a men's size large, and it has this really cool pattern, right? But who would have thought? I never even knew that that was a thing. The more you know. This is a vintage shirt. It's called Voir Collection. It says it's a size 16W, which makes it an actual plus size. And I got it because of a few things. First off, it's polka dots. Polka dots are always a good style. People love polka dot things. I don't think they ever go out of style. It has like an asymmetrical flare sleeve, which I thought was pretty unique. And third, it's sheer. Whoop, I see you. So sheer, like I've mentioned once before, is very in for this spring. It also has an asymmetrical hemline. So it has a lot of good things going for it. It does have a little pull here, nothing major, but it is vintage, made in Indonesia. It's pretty cool. So I thought it would do well. Okay. So I do well with vintage lingerie, slips, things like that. This is made by Lorraine. It is Antron nylon, 100%. Nylon is a good material if you're looking for vintage lingerie in particular. People look for nylon. Lorraine is not the best brand, just so you're aware. But I thought this was pretty cool. It is with its original tags, new old stock, and it's called cut-ups. So essentially, it has these little pieces on the seam below. You can wear it as the length it is, or you can cut along that and it will leave you a clean seam. So you can essentially shorten the length of this skirt by 3 inches. So you can shorten your slip if you need to, which I thought was pretty cool. It does have a side slit. It is a, semi-sheer, not a full sheer, elastic waist, has a lot of good things going for it. And there is a trend currently for wearing, and it's kind of come in and come out and come in and come out several times in the past, wearing lingerie as outerwear, as clothes. So that could be, a cute little skirt, depending on how you wanted to wear it, or it could go underneath your favorite skirt. However you want to wear it. Oh, I did forget to tell you what size it is. It's a large, made in the USA. So remember how we just talked about Nike and how some things have higher value than others. So this is actually the day that we went shopping. I went with my best friend, and she doesn't really know anything about reselling, but she always wants to help. And she loves, this is something we do together. There's a limit to how long she can tolerate being at the thrift store, but she does tolerate me the best that she can. So this one she found, it is a Nike shirt, and it's just the Nike tee, which is not the top tier of Nike stuff, but it's Friends, and it's like their actual apparel, Friends. It's got different colored swooshes down one sleeve, and Central Perk on the front, and the Friends logo on the back. It's just really cool. So I figured we'll give it a whirl. Again, it's not the best Nike piece, but it's pretty flippin' cool, I thought. This is a new brand to me. It's Velicio. This is a cycling jersey. I did look this one up when I was at the store, and it seemed to have pretty good resale value. It is a bright green stripe. It's got the classic pockets here on the back, so you can, I don't know, put a snack. Oh, it even has words. I don't know what it says on the bottom. Designed for an exceptional ride. It does have some like an elastic plastic lining, like a rubberized trim, so it doesn't ride up on you. You can put it where you want it to go. And it's got the pockets on the back, zipper pocket as well. And this is the logo, in case you ever see it. I mean, again, it's not $100 item, but it's gonna do pretty well. So something to be on the lookout for. Lightweight, cheap. If you shop the bins, it might be the, you know, something you would want to throw in your cart. This is so freaking cute. Okay, this is vintage. It is JCPenney girls, whoops, size 10. It is a Union label. I don't know if you see that. Again, if you go to that Vintage Fashion Guild site, you can look up Union labels and figure out when things were made. This was probably made in the 80s. I wouldn't say it's much older than that. But it's got this cute little placebo neckline with a ruffle front and buttons, and it's polka dots. Is that sort of ditzy dots, the little teeny tiny ones, and it's just really pretty. I figured some little girl would look so cute in that for spring. You know, get that one listed. Okay. You know I love my vintage. We've already discussed. This is literally made by the brand Velour. I didn't know they had a brand named Velour. It's nylon, made in the USA, definitely 70s. Has that, it's not velour. It's not velvet. It's that, like, I think they called it like ultra suede. It's not a velvet material. It's more like a shaved terry cloth. I don't know how to describe it. They call it velour. It is not velour. It is a very thin, very lightweight polyester. Triacetate and nylon. So yeah, a polyester nylon blend. I don't even know how to describe it, but this is 70s. Like, this is it. This, some really high-waisted, super duper tight flared leg jeans. This was a men's style. If you ever saw, what's that movie? If you ever saw Dazed and Confused, I promise you somebody in that movie was wearing one of these, or they wanted to be in a different color. This one's in navy blue, but this is so 70s. I flippin' love it. I really do. I love it. Okay. My best friend found this one too. She was having one heck of a day. Okay. This is an MTV sweatshirt. Ta-da. Nothing special, right? Except the brand is Dumb Good. Never heard of that before. Looked it up there in the store. Sure enough, these are pretty pricey. This one's an extra large. It's in pretty good condition. I think there was a light spot on the front, which either I'll disclose or I'll try to get out. I'll have to look it over again in my lights. But like, she was on a roll. This was a good find. I mean, very happy to bring that one home. It will do well. Last but not least, so I've told you that I love vintage, and I've told you that I often wear wild printed dresses, right? This is not a dress, but look at this. Oh my God. This was the first thing I saw in the store that day, and I literally ran to it and threw it in my cart. I didn't even look at it to see what it was. I just knew I needed to have it. So this is 100% 80s. Like there's no, it could be no other time frame. This is 100% 80s with its silvery, shiny buttons that have hieroglyphs on them. Seriously? Hieroglyphs on the buttons. Okay. Ha, I love it. It's got stripes and I don't even know, people all over it. It's got pockets. It's got an elastic waistband. I cannot wait to put this on my mannequin. I really, really hope somebody buys this and flipping loves it. And I really hope that person tags me in an Instagram post because I want to see it. I want to see somebody wearing this. This would make my life. It is sort of sheer. I can see through it. So you definitely want to wear, I mean, that's up to you, but you should maybe wear something under it. But oh my Lord, this is so unique. You are never going to find something like this again. How freaking fabulous is this? And look at the back. Just, I cannot tell you how cool this would look with just a solid, any color, but black. Let's just go black. A solid black jumpsuit underneath it. That would just be cool. Like just cool. Or, okay. Or if you wore like, what color's in here? Okay. If you wore a pale yellow tank top, like that peachy yellow, right? That's kind of up in here. And wore that underneath and wore a pair of high-waisted shorts that were sort of cut off and wore it open, that could look really cool. Push the sleeves up. I think that would look awesome. I'm just saying, you know, those are my ideas. You can come out with whatever you like. But if you do buy this, please, please, please tag me. I want to see how you wear it. I think it's amazing. This just made me so giddy. It's so freaking cool. All right, guys. That's going to do it for me today. We'll be doing another one. I'm probably going to be wearing the same thing for the next one because I'm trying to get this done in one night. But like, share, subscribe, do all those things. Talk to me down below. Tell me if you love my vintage things. Tell me if you think I'm insane for buying these things because I know some of them are in left field. I know that last jacket is only for the, it's not for the faint of heart. But let me know. Let me know what you think. All right. Bye, guys.